Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I am Grandma Dee, and we are back for another story time. We have been reading some amazing books about a cute little goose named Petunia, and we've read the first of several that I am obtaining for that. And we also have read 3 wonderful books by an author named Jonathan London. His books are all about animals in the wild and their interactions with each other and people. And I hope that you will take the time to go back through my videos and look for those. So, without any further ado, we are back for our second Petunia story. Petunia is a darling little goose who has great adventures and learns life lessons about herself and others. And I hope that you will enjoy this book. So, without any further ado, we are going to get started and read Petunia. I obtained this book from my local library. They are a wonderful resource for books and all kinds of great fun things that you can do. Look at that. She's so cute and she's so curious. In the meadow early one morning, Petunia, the silly goose, went strolling. She ate a bug here, clipped off a clover leaf there, and she picked at the dewdrops on the goldenrod leaves. Isn't she cute? Then suddenly, she saw something she had never seen before in the meadow. What was it? Petunia stole closer and closer and sniffed at it from all sides. By goosey gander, she said, it does not smell like food for a goose, but I believe I have seen such a thing before. Look what she found, you guys. What do you think that is? It looks like a book to me. Yes, I have seen one under Bill's arm when he came out of the school. It's a book. That's it, a book. Come to think of it, just the other day I heard Mr. Pumpkin telling Bill that the books are very precious. He who owns books and loves them is wise. That is what he said. He who owns books and loves them is wise, repeated Petunia to herself. And she thought as hard and as long as she could. Well, then, she said at last, if I take this book with me and love it, I will be wise too. And no one will call me a silly goose ever again. So Petunia picked up the book and off she went with it. Oh, how about that? Go, Petunia. Maybe she'll learn more about books. So she slept with it. She swam with it. And knowing that she was so wise, Petunia also became proud. And prouder and prouder, so proud that her neck stretched out several notches. What do you think of that? It was King the Rooster who first noticed the change in Petunia. He said, maybe Petunia is not so silly after all. She has a book, and she looks so wise that she must be so. And the other animals began to believe in Petunia's wisdom. They asked her for advice and opinions, and Petunia was glad to help, even when she was not asked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There she is sleeping with it. There she is swimming with it. Look at her getting prouder and prouder. You see a change in her? Wow, that's really interesting. Petunia grew still prouder, and her neck stretched out another notch. One day, Petunia heard Clover the cow say to King the rooster, "I wonder what makes your comb so red, King, as red as the barn." "It is my blood," said King. "It's the color of my blood." "Nonsense," said Clover. "I have blood too. But I'm not a red cow. Your comb has been dipped in red barn paint. That's what makes it so red." "You both are silly, of course," said Petunia. "King, your comb was stuck on by a farmer so he can tell you from the hens and know who lays eggs and who doesn't. Plastic comb, I'd say." And so King never again shook his proud comb in song for fear it might fall off. Poor sad rooster. Oh my gosh. Do you think Petunia was right? Do you think that his comb is real or fake? Do you think Petunia knows what she's talking about? Let's find out. But Petunia had other things to do. At the chicken coop, Ida the hen was cackling excitedly among her chicks. "Oh, Petunia," she said, "my chicks and I have been for a walk in the woods, and I think I've lost some of them. The farmer says I had 9, but I can't count very well. Please, wise Petunia, count my chicks to see if they're all here." "Glad to help," said Petunia. Let's see. 3 chicks at the fountain, 3 at the feeder, 3 about your legs. Now 3 times 3, that makes 6. 6? Asked Ida. 6 is less than 9. "That's more than 9, not less," said Petunia. "Lots more, my dear." Uh-oh. More than 9? Good gracious, as if I hadn't enough worries with my own 9 chicks. And where do those other chicks come from? Oh dear, I'll never be happy again. Poor, worried Ida. Uh-oh, Petunia made a mistake. Do you know what 3 times 3 is? What is 3 plus 3? But Petunia had other things to do. In the meadow, she discovered part of Noisy the dog sticking out of a hole in the ground. "Help, help," cried Noisy. "I stuck my head in this rabbit hole. Now it won't come out. Help!" "Glad to help," said Petunia. "It's a good thing I know what hunters do to get stubborn animals out of holes in the ground. They smoke them out. Wait until I fetch some sticks and some matches. Oh no." And so wise Petunia built a fire in the other end of the hole and fanned it well with the book. Her trick worked nicely. Noisy, choking with smoke, jerked his head out of the hole and ran off howling in pain. His nose was singed with fire, and his ears were cut and bruised. Poor, poor moaning dog. Oh, look at. Do you think Petunia did the right thing? What do you think you would have done to help get Noisy out of the hole? Certainly not sure that that was the best idea. But Petunia had other things to do. Besides the hedgerow, she met Straw the horse, who was in pain from a toothache. Petunia, groaned Straw, I'm dying. Surely with your wisdom you can stop this horrible pain. Glad to help, said Petunia. Open your mouth. Why, you poor Straw, all these teeth. No wonder you have a toothache. Look at me. Do I have teeth? Of course not. So I have no toothache. I'm going to stop that pain right now. I'm going to pull all those teeth out. All of them. Let me get some pliers. But Straw would not wait for the pliers. He was so afraid to lose his teeth, he never talked of his toothache to another soul. He suffered in silence. Poor forlorn horse. Aw, look at Straw. He's got a horrible toothache. Ducks don't have teeth, but horses do. What do you think Straw should have done? What do you think? But Petunia had other things to do. Cotton the kitten went up the tree, but could not come down. While he meowed and meowed, his friends called for Petunia. Glad to help, said Petunia. I know just what to do. Since none of you is tall enough to reach Cotton, all of you will do it together. Donkey on top of Clover, Pig on top of Donkey, and so on up. Simple. So Donkey climbed on top of Clover, Pig on top of Donkey, Goat on top of Pig, Piggy on top of Sheep, Turkey on top of Piggy, Duck on top of Turkey, Hen on top of Duck. Suddenly, Clover cried out, Stop! My legs feel wobbly! And she sat. Oh no! Oh no! Look at them all piled up there trying to get to the kitty up in the tree. Oh no! What do you think of Petunia's advice? And Donkey and the rest fell into a heap. And Cotton was so scared that he fell on top of them. And they were all a frump of bumps. Well, said Petunia, Cotton is down. So he was, poor bruised kitten. But Petunia had other things to do. Getting prouder all the time, she felt her neck stretch out further. Oh my goodness. Look at them all in a pile under the tree. Look at Petunia. So big and proud. Now she wandered down the meadow, where she found some other friends gathered around a box. Ah, wise Petunia, they shouted, we found this box in the ditch beside the road. Maybe it's food, Petunia. Please tell us what the writing on it says. Glad to help, said Petunia. Why, candies. That's what it says in the box. Yes, candies. You may eat them. Yes, of course. No sooner had Petunia given the word than 7 greedy mouths tore up the box and grabbed the candies out of it. And, uh-oh. You know what that says? Danger. Firecrackers. Oh no. Oh no. Boom! Oh no. Oh no. What a sight. The animals were. Some were burned. Some were bruised. Straw still suffered in silence. Noisy still moaned. Ida still working, still worried about her chicks. King still brooded over his comb. All the barnyard was in trouble, and all because of Petunia. Oh no. All those poor animals. Petunia's pride and wisdom had exploded with the firecrackers. Her neck had shrunk back to its old size and was all bandaged up. She was the most downhearted of all, for she saw now that she was not a bit wise. But suddenly, Petunia spied the book. The firecrackers had blown it open so that all the pages showed. She had never seen them before. Now she saw there was something written on them inside the book, which she could now read. She sat down and thought and thought and thought until at last she sighed. Now I understand. It was not enough to carry wisdom under my wing. I must put it into my mind and my heart. And to do that, I must learn to read. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Petunia learned a valuable lesson, didn't she? Petunia was filled with joy. At once she began to work so that one day she could be truly wise. Then she would help make her friends happy. The end. Aw, she's learning to read. Isn't that wonderful? What a good ending. I'm so glad that all her animal friends survived the big boom. And Petunia learned a valuable lesson that you have to study and work hard to be wise. It doesn't just magically come to you. What a great book. And there's Petunia's friends on the back. Isn't that cute? And you can open it up like this and see her friends watching her walk proudly through the woods. I hope that you enjoyed reading Petunia with me today. And I hope that you're all tucked in, whether you're on the couch at the end of the school day or you're in bed and you've just enjoyed the book that we shared together. And if you're not ready to go to sleep yet, I have other wonderful books that we have read together that you can go back and watch again. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and a better day tomorrow. And know that I think about you, I love you, I care about you, and most of all, I hope you're well. So this is Grandma D sending you warm hugs and butterfly kisses. And we'll be back next time for another Petunia story. And I've got other great books lined up for us to read together. Now, if you have any books that you would like to have me read to you, you can reach out to me through the email in the notes below this video. Send me a message and let me know what you would like to see, and I will do my best to find it for you. So you have a great night and you sleep well. And be sure to learn to read. It's very important. We'll talk soon. You have a great day. Bye-bye for now.